Ready for a bold statement? Anthony Edwards is about to make MVP waves in the upcoming NBA season. Now, if that doesn't have you choking on your popcorn, I don't know what will. But strap in and get ready to delve deeper into the saga of the Timberwolves prodigy. Standing at a commanding 6'5", with the wingspan that seems to defy human genetics at 6'9", and possessing the sort of athleticism, pace, and bounce that could make an Olympic gymnast do a double take. Edwards, at only 22 years of age, embodies basketball brilliance. But here's a fun twist in the story of Ant-Man. Growing up in Atlanta, Georgia, before basketball was even on his radar, young Edwards once dreamt of a future in the NFL. At the tender age of 10, he was one of the best Pop Warner running backs in the country. However, like all great stories where heroes change their paths, young Anthony felt the pull of the basketball court thanks to his older brother. Zoom into his high school years, picture this: a young, driven Anthony running circles around his peers at Holy Spirit Prep in Atlanta. He wasn't just playing, he was dominating. Averaging 26 points in his junior year, Edwards boosted those numbers to 30 points and 10 rebounds during his senior year. The accolades started pouring in, leading him to showcase his skills at the esteemed McDonald's All-American Championship and the Jordan Brand Classic. However, Edwards also had to grow up really fast. In a tragically short span during 2015, when Anthony was just an 8th grader, he lost both his mother, Yvette, and his grandmother, Shirley, to cancer. Both women passed away on the 5th of the month, a detail not lost on Edwards. Since high school, he's donned the number 5 basketball jersey, a silent tribute to these two pillars of his life. With both material figures gone, Anthony's siblings, Antoinette and Antoine, took joint legal guardianship of their younger brother, as his father wasn't in the picture. With the burning desire to stay rooted and close to family, Edwards committed to Georgia for his college ball, and boy did he make a mark. While there, he not only impressed scouts and opponents alike, but also drew comparisons with another Atlanta legend, Dominique Wilkins. His lone college year was prolific, averaging 19 points, leading scores nationally, and securing second-team All-SEC and SEC Freshman of the Year honors. Additionally, he clinched the SEC Freshman of the Week title 4 times, and was a finalist for the Jerry West Award. By March 20th, 2020, as a highly regarded prospect, Edwards declared for the NBA draft, bidding adieu to college basketball. Sure, the naysayers chimed in, questioning his passion and commitment, but talent like Edwards is undeniable. It was a spectacle when the Timberwolves chose him as their number 1 pick in the 2020 NBA draft. The NBA, however, is a different beast altogether. The shift from college to the NBA is a daunting leap. The pace is faster, opponents are more seasoned, and the spotlight is glaringly brighter. Yet Edwards seemed unfazed. His rookie year was a symphony of highlight reel dunks, clutch plays, and, more importantly, moments of maturity beyond his years. Fans began to see not just a player who was there to play, but one who was there to win and uplift those around him. From averaging 15 points, he turbocharged his game to average a whopping 24 points over the last stretch of the season, ending his first year with a very respectable 19.3 points per game. He came in second in the Rookie of the Year voting, only trailing behind LaMelo Ball, but of course, made the All-Rookie First Team. His sophomore season, think Toy Story 2. Familiar, yet fresh, and even more exhilarating. With an improved average of over 21 points per game, on April 16, 2022, Edwards made a strong playoff debut, pouring in 36 points along with 6 assists, propelling the Timberwolves to a 130-117 triumph over the Memphis Grizzlies. Sadly, even with Ant-Man's stellar performance of 30 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks, Minnesota couldn't withstand the Grizzlies' assault, succumbing 114-106 in a decisive Game 6. Yet Edwards isn't just a one-dimensional athletic marvel as many like to believe. The year 2023 was another testament to his growth, an average of 25 points per game, being Minnesota's main guy, and earning a spot on the All-Star team as well. On April 9th, in a climactic end of the 2022-23 season, Edwards showcased a strong performance with 26 points, 13 rebounds, 4 assists, and 4 steals, steering the Timberwolves to clinch a 113-108 victory over the New Orleans Pelicans. This pivotal win ensured their spot as the 8th seed in the Western Conference play-in tournament. When the Timberwolves faced off against the Denver Nuggets in Game 2 of the first-round playoff series, Edwards' prowess shone brightly. He erupted for a whopping 41 points, though the Timberwolves succumbed to a 122-113 defeat. Still, Edwards etched his name into the franchise's history books, breaking Sam Castle's prior record by scoring the most points in a Timberwolves playoff match. The spectacle continued. On April 21st in Game 3 against those same formidable Nuggets, Edwards netted 36 points in a narrow 120-111 defeat. This feat positioned him alongside the late great Kobe Bryant, marking the second most NBA playoff games with over 30 points before turning 22. In a nail-biting Game 4, Edwards was instrumental again, tallying 34 points, grabbing 6 rebounds, dishing out 5 assists, and notching a trio of blocks. His highlight moment came when he drained a clutch three-pointer, propelling the Timberwolves to a thrilling 114-108 overtime victory. However, the journey reached its climax in Game 5. Despite Edwards' Herculean effort of 29 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, and a pair of blocks, the Timberwolves bowed out of the playoffs. Their vanquishers, the Denver Nuggets, with the incredible Nikola Jokic, went on to demolish all competition and win the NBA title. As I make this video, I find it hard not to be in awe of Anthony Edwards. From being the Timberwolves' golden boy to becoming an NBA sensation, he has at times dominated the reigning NBA champs in the last season's playoffs. So what's in store for Ant-Man? A future perennial All-Star? First All-NBA team? Potential MVP in the making? I think the sky is the limit for this young and hungry star. And I wouldn't be surprised if he's already in MVP contention come next season. And here's the scary bit. Edwards isn't even close to his peak. He's still evolving. And if history has taught us anything, it's that he's always upping his game. Also in the postseason, the spotlight never seemed too bright for Edwards. Averaging almost 30 points per game, he signaled that he's ready for the big stage. While the Timberwolves haven't clinched a playoff series in over 20 years, I believe things are about to change with Anthony Edwards at the helm. Edwards' style is a blend of raw power and finesse. His ability to change speeds gives him an unpredictability that's hard to guard against. His handle, tight and controlled, allows him to navigate crowded lanes, while his jump shot, ever improving, keeps defenders honest. On the defensive end, his agility and anticipation often turn potential points for the opponent into fast break opportunities for his team. But no player, no matter how gifted, can win games alone. The Timberwolves have an exciting core. The chemistry between Edwards, Karl Anthony Towns, and Jaden McDaniels is especially noteworthy. Their games complement each other beautifully. While Towns brings his post moves and shooting touch, McDaniels provides crafty playmaking. Edwards, with his explosive drives and developing perimeter game, adds another dimension. This synergy, still in its nascent stages, has the potential to wreak havoc in the Western Conference in the coming years. However, despite all the praise, Edwards has areas to work on. His handle, although improving, could be tighter. His repertoire of moves can expand, and his professionalism has at times been questioned. But remember, he's still in the early phases of his career. He's only 22. He's already a formidable scorer and creator. Give him a bit more time, and formidable might easily change to unstoppable. NBA success often brings its own set of challenges. The more Edwards shines, the more he'll find defenses scheming specifically against him. The physical and mental toll of an 82-game season, not to mention potential playoff runs, can be draining. How Edwards manages his body, refines his skills, and handles the off-court pressure of fame and expectation will be crucial in determining the trajectory of his career. Beyond the court, Edwards has also been making headlines with his infectious personality. Who else orders McDonald's mid-interview?
Hold on, y'all. Don't ask no questions yet. I'm trying to put an order in. McDonald's.
Classic Edwards, blending sublime talent with an endearing sense of humor. His age might suggest he's a rookie, but his gameplay and demeanor screams seasoned veteran. The world saw more of this during the FIBA games. With the US trailing Germany by 16 points, Edwards pulled out a strong 34-point performance, overshadowing his more experienced peers and leading the US to an iconic win. Team USA coach Steve Kerr said the following after the game: "He's unquestionably the guy. You can see he knows it, but now the team knows it, and I think the fans see it. He genuinely believes he's the best player in the gym every single night, and he's such a dynamic young player. I think he's taken a leap." And it wasn't just Steve Kerr who was impressed with the 22-year-old. Former Timberwolves great Kevin Garnett also noticed clear development in Edwards' game. He looks different. You know how in the summertime you don't see anybody for like 2 months, and then all of a sudden see somebody and you're like, that motherfucker looks good. That's how Anthony Edwards looks to me. Ant-Man, he just looks super motivated, bro. The NBA, with its rich tapestry of stories, has seen prodigies come and go. Yet there's something special about Anthony Ant-Man Edwards. His blend of talent, athleticism, and charisma hints at a legacy in the making. Perhaps even an MVP caliber player sooner rather than later. As fans, analysts, and fellow players watch this young star's ascent, one thing's for sure: the best chapters of his story are yet to be written. Speaking of best chapters yet to be written, Dennis Schroeder hopefully has his best NBA years ahead of him. Just 2 months ago, Toronto Raptors inked a cost-effective 2-year contract with the talented German point guard. I've made a video detailing why the Raptors and Schroeder are a perfect fit, and what fans can anticipate from this experienced yet highly skilled player. Check it out.